I feel good. You know, a little jitters in the beginning, but all in all, I feel good. Not that much different. You know, I take shots that are open to me. You know, we didn't make a lot of shots in the beginning. We had open shots. They just weren't falling.
What was the biggest surprise to you about tonight's game? In terms of just the pace of the game or what?
Actually, how many shots we actually missed. You know, we missed a lot of wide open shots. And that's surprisingly, you know, we knocked those down in practice every day. And I'm surprised we missed that many.
And we're back. Celtics win 98-78 in the preseason opener. This is the Garden Report on CLNS Radio and Celtics Blog. All right, I'm Jared Weiss. With me, as always, is Jimmy Toscano. We've got a newcomer to the show, Julian Edlow from CLNS Radio and WEEI.com. Let's keep this business friendly here.
Good to be here.
He's got the purple tie. He's got the purple heart. He's ready to go tonight.
He's got the purple heart?
Yeah. Well, he might. We don't know. We're going to learn more about this guy as we go throughout the season.
We will.
But Julian, I'm going to throw it to you first. So
Sure.
we had our first preseason game. It was the Celtics looked terrible to start off the game. They ended up winning by 20 points. It was kind of shocking. It was a 28-13 fourth quarter for the Celtics. Well, let's talk about Marcus Smart first, because he's the guy that everybody wanted to see filling in for Rajon Rondo. What were your first impressions of him?
Yeah, you know, it was kind of an interesting debut for him. I thought that he played really well. He just shot horribly. He went 0 for 8 from the field, finished with 2 points. So obviously you want to see Smart be kind of a scorer this year, especially if he's going to have the starting point guard role while Rondo's out, as he did tonight. If you take away his shooting, that's a big thing to take away. He played great on the defensive side of the ball. I thought in the second quarter when he came back into the game, he played really well at the point guard spot. He led a couple of nice fast breaks. He had one nice pass to Bradley down the court where he finished the layup. His ball handling was good. His kind of control of the team I thought was really good. But the shooting was definitely a major concern.
And that's what we all kind of heard about this guy going into the season. You know, he's a great player, great defender, intense, great guy, but his shot's not there yet, and he needs to develop at the NBA level, or else we're gonna have issues. You can't play Rondo and Smart together at the same time because they're offensively challenged from the outside. Even Avery Bradley's gotten a lot better with his shot, but still there's a little issue there if you're trying to score points in bunches like that. And I didn't have any expectations offensively for Smart going into this one, so I'm not surprised by it. I mean, obviously, like you said, 0 for 8 from the field. Not something you want to see. But he's a rookie, and this is his first professional NBA game. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this time. I did like the other things like that you touched upon, his defense out there. I thought he was active. I thought he was in the opponent's faces. So overall, solid C+.
That's good. I mean, I don't believe in these kind of numbers, but he was the only player on the team with 1 block. Or a block at all, amazingly. So,
goes into the effort.
Yeah, exactly. 3 steals. He was really active in transition, which was great. And the weird thing to me was watching him, the way that he kept driving down the lane, kind of like straight in a linear motion, and then trying to whip out a pass to a guy kind of hiding weak side. Kind of reminded me of a young Rajon Rondo. If you think back to what Rondo used to do in his first couple years, he kind of just dart right for the rim and then try to whip a pass to somebody behind him. Or now he doesn't have the kind of ball vision that Rondo has. Doesn't have the yo-yo handles that Rondo has. But I mean, I was actually kind of surprised to see how many similarities there were to kind of the young Rondo. He obviously is a lot more burly and he could kind of go in and take the contact better. Yeah. But he really it didn't look like he was really ever looking for a shot. He was really looking to get in the air, whip a pass back, which of course we know is a cardinal sin. You don't leave your feet when you're trying to get rid of the ball. So he'll work on that, but he looks like a guy that's ready to be a distributor first, which is a little bit of a surprise considering that we were all expecting him to look to be a scorer first and develop more of a kind of a passer's game style.
And he didn't look scared out there either. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a rookie, and I'm sure he had some self-doubts going on out there, but in general, I thought he held his composure pretty well, and I think Brad Stevens is a great coach to have for him because he's going to keep telling him, just keep shooting the ball, just keep doing your thing, don't get down on yourself, and he's hopefully going to gain more confidence every game, and the shots will fall eventually.
Yeah, I was really surprised with how much of a grasp he kind of had on the point guard position. And just one last time to go back to his shots, I think part of the reason he went 0 for 8 was his shot selection. He went 0 for 5 from 3. Yeah. Just off the top of my head, I remember a couple of pretty deep ones that he was kind of forced into taking. I think if he can kind of get into the paint more, where he was looking to distribute tonight, if he looks for his shot when he gets in there too, you know, he's probably going to find some better looking shots than he did tonight.
You know, the one that surprised me was he had a kind of one-on-one going down kind of on a fast break in the second half, and he kind of hesitated, and then he put up kind of like a jump hook, and it got blocked. And that was the exact opposite of what you were expecting from him. You thought he was going to kind of come out and be ready to take it in the guy's chest, but yeah, it's his first game ever. I mean, it was against Philadelphia, who was throwing out their C squad. Although I think that is their squad actually, pretty much, except for Michael Carter-Williams. So that was their C squad is their squad. But I mean, it wasn't the kind of return you're hoping for scoring wise from Smart. But it's very clear that he's a guy that can adapt. He can work with the game plan, and he can give you whatever you want him to be able to basically give you on the game.
Great.
All right, well, let's move on to part two. Before we go, make sure to remember to like and comment on the YouTube page, on whatever page you're really watching this on, whether it's Celtics Blog or CLNS Radio, and like us on Facebook. We want to get more interactive this year. Use hashtag #onboard to tweet us, and we'll include your questions on the show. I just want to talk to you guys so badly. So coming up, we're going to talk about Evan Turner, and then part three, we're going to go into the Twitter bag. We've got some questions from you guys, and we'll give you our final thoughts. So stay tuned. Garden Report, CLNS Radio, and Celtics Blog will be right back.
Marcus didn't shoot it as well as Evan, but you know, Marcus's value and what Marcus does to affect the game is going to be hard to find on a stat sheet in a lot of games. I mean, he's so tough defensively, and you know, he's one of these guys that I think will get stronger as the game goes along defensively, and that's hard to play against for the whole time.